What's up? What's up? What's up? Whew. Allergies are kicking my tail. Hello, y'all. What's up? I wasn't even gonna do this. Allergies been kicking my tail. I've been taking today to rest. Have not left the house at all. Pollen. What? A home inspection? The hell? Oh, they're just doing the air filters. Happy Easter for those who celebrate. If you don't, happy Sunday. It's Sunday, y'all. Whew, I'm telling you, I just kicking my motherfucking ass. Anybody else in Georgia got allergies beating their ass right now? Or is it just me? Hopefully it's not just me. But happy Sunday. Um, if I guess housekeeping. Um, This isn't the first live stream, so if you missed the other live streams we've done, go to the YouTube. The link is in our bio, whatever, on Twitter. So check that out. So you check out the other live streams on here on the YouTube. Follow us on Twitter if you're not at DBN Report 1, I think is the new one since the whole situation. Um, but we just gonna sit here and chat on Easter. Um, for real quick, I've done everything I need to do. I've tried so hard to fucking survive today. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to start. Who the hell is breaking into their own car? Not me, y'all. Not me. But we're just gonna have random football and Falcons conversation. So, hi, welcome. I know a lot of people are doing Easter stuff with their family, spring breaks, and all that stuff. If you have kids, but let's start today. Since I've talked about so much Falcon stuff on other live streams, with this what's this guy's name? Rashi Rice? Is that how you say it? I don't know. He's a Kansas City wide receiver. I know this says Falcons chat, but this is breaking news. I don't know if this was today or yesterday, but Rashi Rice's vehicle, I don't think it's been confirmed that he was in either vehicle, but his Corvette and hey Sniffles, hold on, are you busy Sniffles? His Corvette. If you're not busy, I'll send you the link. So just let me know. And his Lamborghini. Wait, do we confirm I don't know if we confirmed the Lamborghini is registered to him, but they were racing in Dallas, this Corvette and this Lambo, and got into a 6-car wreck. And somebody driving has a dash cam. Oh my god, you're so sweet. Let me send you the link. Someone had a dash cam, and this is why I want to get a dash cam anyway for the front and back of my car. You can see that these two did have no clearance and no reason to be driving like fucking idiots and slammed into all these cars. About what 4 other caused a pile up. And allegedly, I'm sorry, I put a cough drop in my mouth. If you missed it, my allergies are beating my ass right now. So that's what you hear. And it caused a fucking pile up. Just trying to send this link to Sniffles. He has to have it via email. Um, you know, I don't know why. But I'm just like, bro. First of all, I don't know if he was there or not, or if anybody confirmed if he was there. But what the fuck? Like, some people you can't have in your life. Like, when you get a little money or some shit like that, like, you just gotta let them, you can't have the people in your life. Again, I don't know if he was in the car either one of the cars or not, but you let your homeboys get, first of all, you let them use your vehicles, and they're probably not even on his insurance. That's first. Second, you let them race in your vehicles. Like, he had to know that they do this. If they are homeboys, he had to know they'd be racing in expensive ass vehicles. And that's stupid as fuck. I really hope he didn't, but I mean, as Falcons fans, we have you know, experience in people letting people do illegal stuff on their property, aka Mike Vick. So I'm sure he knew there was racing in his car. What happened to Sniffles? And then they said he had there were witnesses that said they took out guns and other bags of vehicles before they left. Like, are you serious right now, Mr. Star wide receiver? This what you got going on? Why the fuck would you race knowing you have guns and other bags of stuff in the vehicles? Like, what the hell? What is wrong with these people? Why would you get that type of money? You get life-changing money in a once in a lifetime profession. I don't know why Marcus keeps getting kicked out of this. And yo dumbass decides to have friends like these that'll put you in danger of losing your job, losing your contract, like losing all the money, and people are going to sue your ass. All those people just came up on a bag. Every single car that got hit just literally came up on a bag off of yo dime. Yo dime. Rashi Rice. Like, what the fuck? And if any of those guns, I mean, granted, it's Texas, so they may all be legal, but if any of those guns were illegal, bro, you're fucked in more ways than one. Like, why would you even fucking have your shit be in jeopardy like that? I'm so fucking confused. Like, why? I don't understand. Y'all, just let me tell y'all, anybody out there, you got friends like this, just leave them. This better work this time. I'm like, cause Marcus, he
Hello.
pop in. Hello, there he is. Hello.
How do I sound? Sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. What's on the agenda? I'm here. I'm here to serve.
Dog, nothing. I just went on a rant about this Rasheed Rice situation.
Oh, okay. So see, I don't know. I seen that little video. There was a couple guys over there. I mean, this is a possible Shohei Otani situation where someone's gonna have to take the fall for Rasheed Rice. Cause yeah, if I'm Rasheed Rice, I'm like, hey man, yeah, who was driving my car? Cause it wasn't me. I'm
Yeah.
I'm the richest one here. Who was driving the car?
Was he in the car?
I don't know.
Either car?
I thought I saw a video of him like walking away from the crash. So I'm not sure if he was actually driving, but like I said, if I'm him and I wasn't by myself and one of my homies was with me, this is your job. Your job is to take the L for me and I'll take care of you when you get back. Cause if I go down, ain't no riding around in this nice ass Corvette. This is my car. You guys can't afford this. So yeah.
Bro, the Corvette and the Lambo.
The Lambo is his too?
It don't look like Lambo belonged to anybody who got out the car, but they say, well, this was this morning. No, this was at 3:21. Both drivers left the scene. So
Yeah. I mean, if the Lambo was
Ah,
his, if the Lambo was his, and he's letting his friends drive it, then I mean they got to take that L. But if he was driving that Corvette and he wasn't in that car by himself, then hey man, you can't hang around millionaires doing dumb shit, and when dumb shit happens, you expect the millionaire to take the fall for it. You got to take the fall. That what you were driving. It is what it is.
bro. Cause that Corvette. Let me see. Cause someone had a Have you seen the dash cam footage?
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah.
The Corvette and the Lambo both hit cars. They both crashed. Like there was no clearance or anything. They both crashed into cars, and allegedly, this is per Twitter, guns and other bags were taken out of the Lambo.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said guns and other bags were taken out of the Lambo?
yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, shit. Well, hold on. I retweeted it. I retweeted it.
I mean, yeah,
Yep.
like I said, whoever's the richest person in that car, your friend has got to take that hit. He has got to take that hit, and that I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give it till like Tuesday or Wednesday. One of Rasheed Rice's homeboys is gonna, step up to the plate and say, "Hey, I was the one driving the car. I don't think we're not gonna hear nothing about that bag. Like we're not gonna find nothing else about that. That bag gone. That bag is long
Mm-hmm.
gone. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. It was from Dove. I don't know. Dov. Shit, I ain't even gonna try to butcher this man's name. I'm just add you to it. One lady said she had her 4-year-old son in the car, and that there was a white pair of white cleats in the back of the Lambo. And other witnesses said they took guns and bags from the vehicle. Bro, sir, sir. Like I said earlier, it's Texas, so a lot of guns in Texas are legal. But if these guns are not registered and not legal, I'm gonna need you to get your story straight ASAP,
I
bro.
mean, how much work does it take to get a gun legal in Texas? Like you gotta have a receipt or something. Like what else do they need? Like
Look,
they got. I'm pretty sure you get a gun with your driver's license in Texas, so I think they'll be fine with that.
nah, they might be, but will the NFL be fine with that?
The NFL can't really. I don't know if this is like the old days where the NFL could kind of like overstep and kind of step in after like the law has stepped in. Because like say for instance, one of Rasheed Rice's homeboys just takes the hit for it. Can the NFL then come behind them and be like, hey, what really happened, and we're gonna punish you anyway for being in a car with someone that was driving recklessly? Like I don't know how much recourse the NFL can really have in a situation like this, especially if Rasheed Rice isn't arrested and he's not charged with anything. Like I think like the NFL kind of neutered Roger Goodell's power after like a lot like during that whole Pac-Man situation and a couple other incidences where NFL players were getting in trouble but they weren't getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, what are you really doing? Like, why are you punishing people that didn't get arrested or weren't charged with anything? Like you're overstepping. So I think Mr. Goodell's hands are tied here.
We're gonna see what happens from this. But as long as his friends ain't like Mike Vick's friends, he should be alright. But if they like Mike Vick's people, I
Yeah,
don't
you
know,
gotta
bro.
you gotta hold it down. Gotta hold it down for the crew, man.
I
You'll be all
don't
right.
know.
It's not like you're going to jail for life. Like no one died, no one was hurt. A couple
Mm-mm.
cars got hit. You know. Well,
He-
did anybody get hurt? I didn't see anything like that.
They said one lady went in the ambulance, but if I saw a Lamborghini hit my car and I'm not hurt, I'm getting the ambulance anyway.
That's true. I'd have fell out
Yeah.
in the street. I'd have fell
Yeah.
out. I'd be like, hey man,
Yeah.
my neck hurt.
I've been fell out and I've been rolling to the other side of the highway. Just stop, drop, and roll, screaming after
That
seeing a
sounds
Lamborghini hit me.
that sounds about right. I'm not
And
mad at that. I'm not mad at that plan.
I'm getting my little bag. So Well, oh, what is your take on the hip drop tackle situation?
Uh, I think it's not going to be as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. Uh, I saw like the video where they were kind of giving examples of what a hip drop tackle was, and from what I saw, it seems pretty hard to tell what exactly it is. And I think a lot of referees are going to miss that call, and it's going to be a tough call to get. I heard them saying that it's going to mostly be one of those like penalties that they review and they'll fine you for it later. Like it's not going to be a penalty in game, but once
Hmm.
they review the film and they see it, they're gonna be like, oh, that was a hip drop tackle. We're gonna have to give you a warning, and then if you do it again, another warning, and then a fine. But I mean, I see what they're trying to do as far as when it comes to player safety, but on the other hand, you are making the game a little bit harder for defenders. A lot of the rules are in favor of the offense, and you cannot look me in the face and tell me that you care about player safety and also have Thursday night football.
Hmm.
You cannot look me in the face and talk to me about player safety when you're trying to get a 21 game season. Like that's apparently the end goal for Roger to get. Roger Goodell is to have 21 games in a season. So like don't tell me about no player safety when you're trying to do that.
What the 21 games? That
I
man
mean,
crazy. I know he's
a-
pushing for an 18 game season.
yeah, just I mean adding the one game the past what last year, the 2 years ago, it's like what do we like? Do you really care about player safety? Or you just care about the bottom line because the more games that they add, the more money you get. But you know, if we're talking about player safety, I don't know, I know it's not the norm when it comes to Thursday night football games, especially early in the season. Like early in the season, the Thursday night games aren't usually that bad. But
Hmm.
once you get past like week 7, and players are tired and they're playing on a short week and they got to travel and to get like if I can look at unless it's like my team or like the Chiefs, I'm not watching Thursday night football games for the most part because the games are never good. The players are never up. They're not where they should be. They're not recovered yet enough to play another football game. Like for most players, they're not ready to go until like Saturday, and that's if they
Right.
played on Sunday. So the fact that they're having these guys go out there and play on a Thursday is just you're not practicing what you're preaching, and it's a waste. Like nobody, the NFL would be fine without a Thursday night game. It really would.
They would. Like, we really, we really don't need it. It's like, oh, so much football. And like you said, most people only watch the games on Thursdays when their team is playing. Other than that, it's not very many people watching Thursday night football. So, what is that?
Exactly. It's got
Oh.
to be like because it's they normally have like divisional games that are on Thursday night. So if I check in, it's like, oh, Thursday night football, Buffalo Bills versus the New England Patriots. No, thank you. I will find something else to do that night because the Bills are clearly a better team than the Patriots, and it's like I don't want. It's bad enough to watch bad teams. It's even worse to watch bad teams on a short week. So no, y'all can keep that
Especially when they're gonna get their ass beat by a good team. So yeah,
every time.
but I do agree. I want to know, like, first of all, do they even know how to define what it is? Like, it's they still don't know what a catch is to this day. After they change the rule, they still don't know what a catch is. So I'm like, are they gonna know what this rule is? And then what's the penalty? Like, I'm fine if they review it later and then I guess fine a player or a team or whatever. But if it's talking about they don't know what it is, the definition is confusing for everybody, and it's a goddamn 10 yard penalty, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause what the fuck?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple of games that might be you know ended or lost by teams because of that rule, and
Mm-hmm.
fans and commentators are going to watch and be like, okay, was that a hip drop tackle, or was a cornerback trying to tackle Derrick Henry, and that was the only thing he could do from getting drugged 20 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like it's essentially you're grabbing the player by the waist and by the hip, and then going dead, like dropping your full dead weight on their hip. But if it's hard to tackle these guys. It's hard to tackle Derrick Henry. It's hard to
Mhm.
tackle Isaiah Pacheco. It's hard to tackle Lamar Jackson. Like it's hard to tackle these offensive players, and the fact that they're, taking away a tool from the defender is gonna, for me, I wish they would balance it out and make it to where how they have um like defensive pass interference is a spot foul. So if you're 50 yards down the field and you get called for defensive pass interference, the ball goes on the 50. I
Oh yeah.
think I think to make it a little bit more balanced for defenders, it should just be a 10-yard penalty. Like we got to give the defense something. Give these guys a little bit of grace and leeway when it comes to dealing with these offensive players, because it's just like you can't tackle them, you can't hit them high, you can't hit them really low, you can't hip drop tackle them, you can't sack the quarterback. Like when sacking the quarterback is roughing the passer, it's like, come on, guys, you got to give them something.
Nah.
And I get, like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I want them to bring back the old NFL, because I like I saw a TikTok where they were, you remember Jacked Up, that segment they used to have on ESPN.
Yes.
They were showing some of them hits on TikTok. I was like, I am glad that they got this out of football, because this shit is dangerous. Like, and I get football is a dangerous sport, but some of them hits looked illegal as fuck. I was like, yo, someone is going to die on the field if they would have kept playing like this. It was insane. So I get, trying to limit some of them crazy, leading with the crown of your helmet and, blasting people over the middle, but you got to give the defense a little something. Give them something back.
Dog, they used to try to fucking kill people. And no, I'm not gonna stop cussing so much. You know I'm not gonna stop cussing so much. So I don't know why you put that shit on here in this fucking comment section. Anyways, they showed highlights. They were like, someone said on Twitter that they need to bring real tackling back, like Ray Lewis, and they showed a lot of Ray Lewis highlights. They were like, they need to bring back technique and real tackling like he did. But that nigga still was trying to kill people at the same time.
Yeah, he was out there destroying people.
Oh yeah, and then like allegedly, you know.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know
Well,
nothing
no,
about
no,
that.
no, no. We just, the rumors on the streets is allegedly,
I don't know nothing about that.
somebody in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So,
That got nothing for you.
don't come after me, Mr. Ray Lewis. Now that you retired, we said allegedly. Okay, allegedly. It's what we heard in the streets. You know,
And
yeah.
that man is a free man. So I agree with what the justice system said. They said he ain't had no involvement. He ain't got no involvement. That ain't none of my business. And whatever, was going on in that situation, more power to you, right?
More power to you. So another situation that we got going on is this AJ Terrell possible extension situation. Now I don't know all the details on this shit, but some of the guys were talking on Twitter, Falcons Twitter, about us drafting a cornerback at 8 because they don't know if AJ is going to step up and do his thing or if he's going to need to be replaced. And it may or may not be his 5th year. Let me see. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is he in the last year of his deal, or does he have, how many years on his deal does he have left?
Okay, let's see. Almost there, almost there. Okay. So the 2024 season, this is per the Atlanta Falcons website. The 2024 season will see him play under his 5th year option, which was extended to him back last April. Okay.
Okay, so, well, you can go and give your take on I guess what everybody else is kind of feeling about him.
I mean, if he don't step up, he's gonna have to get the fuck lost. Like he got injured, right? And after a player gets injured 9 times out of 10, well, about 8 times out of 10, they come back a little timid, a little, ooh, I gotta get back in the groove and I'm afraid to get injured again. Understandable. It's very understandable. But he ain't been playing to that level again, like he used to. And if he can't pick it back up, I don't want a cornerback at 8 because I still want an edge at 8. I'll be fine with Joe Alt now that I've been stalking him. Now that all the
He's not
guys,
gonna he's not gonna be there at 8.
I'm just saying, if he is, you know, we can
But
scoop him up. Yeah, I don't want a cornerback at 8, but I understand if they draft one, but just not at 8.
yeah, so I mean, this is kind of the one of the downsides of like trade or of getting a new defensive coordinator. Having to switch him up because like how many defensive coordinators has AJ Terrell had in his last like 5 years? Like three. This is his third one, I think.
Um,
And I remember him having one really good year. And for me, you can never really have too many good cornerbacks. And like maybe he's not the best cornerback, maybe he's not a top 10 guy, but he's good enough to be out there and hold his own. And when it comes to where I think the Falcons as a team and as a whole are, this is not this is kind of like the LeBron thing with LeBron. Like when LeBron goes to a team, he's not playing with rookies. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to win that year. He's trying to win rings immediately. He doesn't have time for rookie bumps in the road and growing pains and all that stuff. Like when you have $100 million quarterback like Kirk Cousins, that's whatever age he is, coming off of an injury, we can't move off of a veteran cornerback and replace him with a rookie because rookie cornerbacks have growing pains. Like I can speak to that as a Colts fan. That happened last year where we had a rookie corner and kind of had some issues. We have like a second year safety and we had some growing pains there. So I would keep AJ Terrell and hope that he plays well. If he doesn't, then you might lose him for nothing, but I mean he wasn't good anyway. And if he balls out, maybe franchise tag him, maybe extend him, or you can trade him, tag and trade him. But yeah, if you guys had a rookie quarterback or a younger quarterback, then I would probably look into seeing what his trade market is, seeing if anybody wants some, anybody want to trade a draft pick, and then trying to replace him there. But these next 2 years are very important, and y'all ain't got time to be throwing a rookie cornerback out there.
that is true. That is true.
Can I?
That
Can I?
Jared, huh?
Okay, you're about to read it. Go ahead.
Oh, that J boy said people don't like AJ because he doesn't get turnovers. He's a good cornerback with not allowing yards. He just don't get picks.
Yeah, so I'll speak to that a little bit. So I watch like the Cowboys play, and I think it was 2 years, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Not Stephon Diggs, but his brother. I can't remember his brother's name, but his brother plays for the Cowboys, and he had a bunch of picks that year, but he also gave up a bunch of yards like all the time. Like for him, it was either he's going to get an interception or he's going to give up a touchdown. There was no in between with him. Like if you ran a double move on him, you probably would get him. You know what I'm saying? You probably beat him for a lot of yards. And it was the same thing for the Dallas cornerback last year who had all them pick sixes where it's like I'm not saying the guy is bad, but there's a reason that they're throwing at that guy that many times that has that many pick sixes. Like they don't throw at the great cornerbacks. So like the greatest cornerbacks do not lead the league in interceptions because they don't get thrown at. You can't get an interception if they don't throw you the ball. Like someone like Champ Bailey, Darrell Revis, Deion Sanders, Ed Reed, like a lot of these guys are not getting interceptions because they don't throw the ball their way. Like Trayvon Diggs. So I think it was L'Jarius Sneed from the Chiefs last year. A lot of people were kind of making a big deal that he didn't make a Pro Bowl, he never been an All Pro. Why are people saying he's so good? And you look at his numbers, and it's like, oh, he doesn't have that many interceptions, maybe like at the most five. And there's a reason. people are not throwing at these guys. They're not throwing at him. They're not throwing at the other guy on his team. The cornerbacks in Seattle don't have a lot of interceptions because guys do not throw at them. So my theory when it comes to defensive backs, if you have a bunch of picks, like an abnormal amount of interceptions, I take it as quarterbacks don't respect you because they continuously try you by throwing the ball your way.
Yeah, I feel you about that. And I do, he does not allow it. And people, quarterbacks don't throw to him a lot. I just need to see that guy. I need to see him back to where he was. Um, when he was fucking on fire. Like I want him to see. I want him at his full potential again. That's what I want to see. I want to see him at his full potential again. And I get that. I'm fucking satisfied. That GA boy said he's great at pass breakups. Yeah, I don't remember. My memory is a little shot from last year. And last year I had some situations, so my memory is a little shot from the end of the year. Um, but I don't recall that many pass breakups that he did last year. But if he can fucking move it forward, then I am 100% down. We're gonna talk about a little cap when it comes to AJ and cap as in cap space. Cause y'all be thinking, let me tell y'all, I don't know shit about the cap space and all that shit. However, y'all be arguing up and down the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram, and everybody thinks they knows shit about the cap. And all y'all be like, I don't know who's right and who's wrong, but the people arguing be on the complete other side of the other people. I'm like, what the fuck? But this is per the Atlanta Falcons website. Okay, Tori Mc, whatever her name is. I don't want to butcher your last name. This was an article on March 28th. Talk about notes on a hypothetical AJ Terrell situation. And this says we currently, as of March 28th, have 6.3 million in cap space. We are projected to need about 12.2 million to sign the incoming draft class. Under AJ's fifth year option, he's set to make 12.34 million in 2024, which is guaranteed salary under the option. So, this means, according to this article on the AtlantaFalcons.com website, that we will have to do some cap maneuvering at some point, which means we'll have to fucking move money around to keep AJ. So money can always be moved. For those of you that keep arguing that money can't be moved, according to this from the Falcons website, it can be moved. All right.
But
So
the
y'all just
thing with the thing with money being moved is that you can move money. You can move money to like years and keep pushing it down and kicking a can down the line for years and years and years. But at some point, you got to pay that money. You know what I'm saying? Like that paycheck and that money is gonna come due. You're kind of seeing that with the Bills. Like the Bills just lost, I think, 4 starters on their defense. The Cowboys, I think, have lost some players. The Bengals are having a hard time with T. Higgins and being able to extend him because they kind of went all in. You see it with the Chargers. They had to get rid of their 2 starting wide receivers because they just couldn't afford it because they went all in. Now, if I'm a Falcons fan, I want them to push that money down the line because I want them to focus on the now. Put put AJ Terrell's contract on the credit card or whatever. You know, put try to bring in as many big name guys as you can. If you need to. You know what I'm saying, and worry about that. 3 years from now when Kirk Cousins is old and washed and out of here. But like, yeah, you can push that money down. You can you can move money around, but eventually, you got to pay that money. You got to pay the piper.
Right. And that's where the article ends. The last sentence in the article is, and I'm paraphrasing, if we do keep AJ, he's going to be expensive. It is going to cost us to keep him long term, unfortunately. So, with that being said, I think we're going to draft a cornerback, just not at 8. I hope. Not at 8. But it's gonna cost us to keep AJ. So if AJ plays very well and stays consistent, apparently this article says that he's been consistent in his play overall, then he's gonna be expensive to keep. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Well, for the sake of my team, I hope you guys do not draft a cornerback because I would like to draft a cornerback, especially one of the guy either the kid out of Toledo or the kid out of Clemson. I would like those two guys to be drafted by the Colts. So hopefully the Falcons go edge. Um, uh, so I don't know if you put it on there, but that GA boy said, your cornerbacks are only as good as your D line. I feel like I feel like maybe 10 years ago that was true. I'm not sure how true that is now or how much I believe in that because there's always a back and forth in the debate about what is more important to your defense in the passing game. Is it better to have an elite pass rush or an elite cover corner or an elite, coverage, defense? For me, when I look at the NFL and how offenses are ran, these quarterbacks are getting the ball out so quick. Like they're dropping back as soon as that back foot hits, that ball is gone. They're processing the routes way faster. They're getting the ball out of their hands quicker. They're throwing the spaces where receivers aren't even at yet. And I just don't know if the greatest defensive ends are going to get there in time. And I would rather have a cornerback or defensive secondary that can make that quarterback rethink throwing the pass and double clutch and be like, he's not open, he's not open, and then you give your pass rush a little bit more time to get there, as opposed to if you have a terrible secondary and you have an elite pass rush, they're just going to quick throw you to death because it doesn't matter how great your pass rush is if they're getting the ball out in 1 second.
True.
That's my take though.
Yeah, they get this shit out in 1 second. It's gonna be like, everybody gotta run and goddamn scramble. That J boy also said expect them to restructure Grady and Matthews, or they might cut. Um, I don't. I need to figure out how to say that man's name. I don't know if they're gonna cut him because at the I don't know what it's called, the GM ownership rich people of the NFL world meeting, and head coach meeting, he said that Heineke's gonna have to battle for whoever the third quarterback is. So I'm assuming that means we're keeping him. I don't know if they're gonna cut him. I wouldn't be surprised, but with him saying that, so I don't know why he would say that if they're gonna just end up cutting him. I'm sure they
Yeah,
got plans to cut him.
I think Heineke is just if he goes, he goes. If he stays, he stays. I don't think he's that important. It's the same thing with how the Colts are, where they have Anthony Richardson and then they bring in Joe Flacco to back him up. Like if Anthony Richardson gets hurt and Joe Flacco is playing, your season's over anyway. So who cares?
Our season is fucked. It's fucked if this man gets hurt. Cause what the fuck?
Yeah, if Heineke has to come in and play, like it's a wrap. Like focus on the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying like Heineke can come in and y'all are gonna go, gonna finish last in the division, but the expectations go down a whole lot. Like the whole making it to the NFC Championship game, that goes out the window with him. Like you might make it to the playoffs because the team is good enough, but nah, you can just go ahead and forget about that season.
Yeah, that's one of those focus on yourself situations. Just focus on next year. We'll be fine. because we're fucked. That J Boy also said if your D line is putting pressure on the QB, it's going to cause him to make bad decisions. That opens up opportunities to get picks.
Like I said, you could say the same thing for the opposite. Like if your quarterback drops back in the pass and he's looking to hit a guy and he says, "Oh, he's not open," and he's got to take an extra a beat or an extra second to look for someone else to get open, that gives your pass rush a little bit more time to get there. So, like I said, I feel like you put a quarterback in the shotgun and one step drop, get the ball out quickly. It doesn't matter how great your pass rush is; they're not getting there, but unless he's unblocked. But even then, he might not get there. So like I said, I guess it maybe depends on who you're playing against because someone like I don't really want to get into that, but I know like Lamar Jackson tends to fade in the pocket, and then other quarterbacks will step up into the pocket. Some go laterally, so that kind of stuff. Like Patrick Mahomes is going to move laterally and try to make a play downfield, and it's going to make it tougher on the defensive line. Whereas I feel like Lamar Jackson makes it easier for defensive linemen and defensive secondary players to make a play because he's going backwards instead of moving laterally, you know. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. One thing. Then Mitch, well, I don't got no much commentary about that, but I do have some disturbing YouTube title. It says Falcons, Kirk, and Big Energy, and that just sounds disturbing. ESPN put this out with the Pat McAfee show.
they said big Kurt energy.
Yes, they changed it because I took a picture of it before because I was like, what the fuck? But now it's Falcons, Kirk, and Big Energy. It's still very disturbing because we know what you meant. Why? Why
Yeah,
ESPN?
that's nasty.
Y'all are killing me. Because what the fuck? I don't understand. And now it's fucking ESPN on YouTube. Go to their YouTube and y'all see the little thumbnail, and it's very disturbing. Other than that, it's just been so slow. We ain't signed nobody. We ain't done nothing. The only other thing was Freddie Falcon. He won NFL Mascot Video of the Year, our little mascot. He won Blooper of the Year, and he won Mascot of the Year. Yay, go us. The only thing we could win in the last how many years is the mascot bringing trophies.
A win is a win.
Woohoo. That's so exciting. I didn't even know mascots had their own trophies and shit like that. Like, what the hell? And I think the stadium won for something. Like the greenest stadium or some shit like that.
Probably the most affordable foods.
Shit. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't even got a tailgate going in that bitch. I could go get me a burger, some fries, a pizza, and two drinks for less than $20. It don't make no sense. I love it. I can't go to no other stadium because then I'll be mad as hell. Like water's $15 for Dasani. It's very ghetto.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Very trailer park. Did you have anything you want to say about the Falcons? Cause ain't nothing else happened.
Do I have anything I want to say about the Falcons?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, I'm just gonna keep reiterating what I've been saying. I think they're gonna win that division like easily. I think that I think that going to the NFC Championship game should not be out of out of out of the realm of possibility for that team. And I haven't really looked at the schedule. I'm not really looking at like all the over unders because the draft hasn't happened, so it kind of defeats the purpose of putting out over unders. But I think the 1 seed is also in reach for them. Like I don't know why that shouldn't be out of question for y'all. Like I think as long as Grady Jarrett comes back healthy and you guys have a pretty solid draft and Kirk Cousins can kind of just pick up where he left, I don't see how the Falcons cannot be the 1 seed. Like there's no dominant team in the NFC in my opinion. Like, it just doesn't. There's not a Kansas City. There's not a Buffalo. There's not even like a Miami out there. Like for me, I think all the best teams are in the AFC. So if you guys can outplay the Packers and the maybe the Bears, like I don't see how they can't be the 1 seed and you win 2 games here in the Super Bowl. So that should be the goal. The goal should be to get the 1 seed this year.
That's a goal. Any Falcons fans, what is your goal for this team this year? Put it in the comments, put it on the Twitter, on the Facebook, wherever you're at. Let us know. Mine is just to win NFC South in at minimum one playoff game. That's at minimum. Those are my expectations. I'm keeping them low as hell. Those are my expectations. I can't wait for the draft. I wish it was sooner. I really wish it was sooner. Much
Are you doing
sooner.
a Are you doing a live show during the draft this year? Did y'all do that last year? I can't remember.
I don't remember if we did last year. He said just when those are his expectations. Why is my mouse fucking up? There we go. When is the draft? The 25th. Let me check my calendar. I'm getting old, y'all. I gotta put stuff in the calendar now, or I forget if it's not in my calendar. That's how old I'm getting. 25th. Oh, it's a Thursday. I don't got nothing to do. Wait. No, I don't have anything to do. Okay. Perfect. 25th. Yeah, I'll probably do a live. Shit, man. Why is it? I just remembered how long the draft be taking.
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't
oh my god. It's gonna be
I wouldn't do a show for the entire draft. I'd probably just pop in and like pick number 6, maybe pick 7, and then hope they don't trade back.
oh my god. Okay, because they could trade up, which would be insane. Oh god. Okay, I'll probably pick 3.5. Like halfway through pick 3. Yeah, I'll start.
That's too
Oh
early.
Jesus. But if they
That's
trade back,
that's too early. You might want to. I'd start at pick 5 maybe at the
pick 5.
earliest.
Okay. Pick 5. Because goodness gracious, the drive takes so long. Oh, I remember, I think one year we did like a 3 hour just waiting. That was horrible. Okay. All right, y'all. Live. So we're going to go live during draft day. We'll be live in between then. I just need them to do something. So there may be 1 or 2 lunch lives this week. Because if they don't do something, I don't got. Or if these fucking NFL players keep acting an ass before the draft and getting on TMV and getting in car crashes and stuff, then we could just talk about that shit. But Falcons ain't done, they ain't doing shit for me to talk about. So there's gonna be probably 1 or 2 lunch things this week if we don't have any breaking Falcons news. But for sure, y'all come. We'll do a live draft. Maybe I can get connected with some people and jump on their lives. Um, like some of the guys, or they could jump on ours. Yeah, let me work on that. So we could, get some fucking collabs in the meantime and on that day. So April 25th, 5th pick. Y'all make sure to tune in to us. Okay? Um, yeah. All right. I'm about to start overthinking and think about more stuff. Do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to just everybody. You, shout out to the Ebony, Josh, Jalen, South Breeze. Um, Who else? Who else be on here? Tribbles.
Right.
I can't think of anybody else. Eric, all everybody that's on here. Appreciate y'all for letting me get on here and talk my mess, even though I'm not a Falcons fan.
Yeah.
Hit up my YouTube channel, drop a subscribe over there. Go to my TikTok, Marcus underscore Sniffles. I got J. Cole fans upset with me, and
Mhm.
appreciate it.
We appreciate you and thank you for coming on at my random ass times to be like, okay, I'm gonna just do it since I'm done with everything and I have a semblance of a voice now. Um, fuck allergies, fuck pollen, fuck the bees. Let me tell y'all something real quick. So I got a couple plants. I put them on my balcony because we had them storms and rain last week, right? Because I was like, they get some fresh air and some fresh water, okay, with the rain. So today, no, yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna get them off the balcony and bring them back inside because one of them don't look like it's doing so hot. It's like, bitch, I've been inside for a year and you gonna put me outside in the elements. I don't like it. Bring me back inside, right? Right. So tell me why I'll go get my plant and there is a bumblebee, the big one, just on guard and trying to buck at me, trying to get my fucking plant. And so I had to go back inside because I don't got problems. And it called its little friends to come up. So it was three of them against one of me. And they was doing all these jet plane fucking maneuvers and shit. And I'm like, I don't got time for this shit. Right? So every time I check about every 30 minutes, they got one bee at my door. At my door to the balcony on guard. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking serious? So today I try to go out and get it, and this motherfucker goes ham, gets five of his friends come attack me. I only successfully got one plant inside, and they have been on the balcony since. And then I got my window open, my blinds open to my bedroom. Why is one of the bees just watching me all day? It's still there right now. It's been 4 hours and it's just watching me. Like, what the fuck? Those are my fucking plants. I bought them with my own fucking money. And you bitches are out here buzzing around trying to own my plants that I bought with my fucking money. We got all these trees out here and other flowers you could fucking pollinate. I'm pissed off because I want to get my plant. I paid a lot of money for that fucking plant. Okay, it was $20, but still, in this economy, $20 is a lot of money. And I want my plant inside, god damn it. Okay, I'm done. But fuck the bees. So, anyways, shout out to fucking Marcus and make sure y'all go subscribe to KTSE Av here on the YouTube and Marcus Sniffles. That's his YouTube is Marcus Sniffles. On my channels, go subscribe to my Lethal Eats channel here on YouTube. I'm actually putting videos out there and all that stuff. Um, TikTok, Lethal Eats ATL, also the same as Instagram, and follow us on at DBN Report 1 on Twitter. And we appreciate y'all tuning in. And make sure y'all subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. And we'll see y'all on the next one. We out. If I can end the damn stream.